Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a get ready with you talking about my new journey, and my new journey is sister locks. But before I get started, if you are new to my channel, welcome. But if you're an oldie but goodie, welcome on back. And my name is Ashley and I have a doctorate in pharmacy, and that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup, because I love makeup and I really love eyeshadow. Today I'm doing a get ready with me using some makeup products. I'll talk about them a little bit, but I'm just doing a look, but I'm really focusing on my hair. As you see, I have decided to take the journey into sister lock land. So I just actually got them installed. It hasn't even been a week yet. I was completed on Friday, so that would be Friday the 20th of November, which is going to be really easy for me to remember because my birthday is on the 20th, not in November but of another month. But I am just really excited. I want to share you guys on the journey, my experience, why I decided to make this change in my life with my hair, and I want to tell you guys all about it because you're going to notice, like, clearly you're going to be like, well, you don't have the curls anymore, you have sister locks, and I will talk all about it. So sister locks are like small uniform locks. They're very tiny. You can do a lot with them, as if you were a loose natural, meaning loose natural where your hair isn't, you know, locked. It's just loose, okay? Normal, how it comes out your head. So if you are new to my channel and you found me because of the sister lock community, welcome. I hope you stick around. I do a lot of makeup content here on my channel, but this is something I just decided to talk about. And if you are from our regular community, welcome. You know, we had to talk about what's going on with my hair, and this is just sharing a side of me that was very personal, because, you know, as African American women, our hair is our crown. It is so important to us. You know, that is something that drives us crazy. Like, if our hair is not correct, you know, we're looking like, it's a problem. We need to fix it. So I'm going to jump in. We're going to do some makeup. I will kind of show you what I'm using, and I will talk to you about why I decided to choose sister locks for myself. So let's go ahead and jump into the look. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I have a fresh face, and I'm focused on the products, but not so much focused on the products. We're really going to talk about these little things right here, these babies. And for my shadows today, I thought I would use something that I haven't really used on my channel, and they've been getting a lot of attention right now. So I wanted to go in with some of my Sydney Grace shadows. So these are my Sydney Grace single shadows, and this is the sweater weather bundle. That's beautiful, and it might be a couple other shades. And then these are some really warm shades I picked out because I like really warm shades. And that was like all the rage when I got those a few years ago. And then I have this baby right here, my book of shadows from Raine, and it has all these single shadows in here. So that's page 1. My mirror is broke on it. And it's really beautiful. So most of these are all colored Raine singles, except for it might be a couple of ColourPop singles. So really, I want to say some of this back page, I know the bottom parts are the ColourPop shadows. So I'll like name the shadows. I'll pull them out so you guys know. I was so lucky enough when I took a picture of it, the front part, that Colored Raine did mention me on their Instagram. They posted my photo to their Instagram, so it's super cool. And I'm just gonna go in with my Goof Proof pencil, shade 3.75, and to do my brows. It's my benefit, of course, what I always use, and we're just gonna talk. Okay, so like I mentioned in the intro, or clearly I'm filming this in the reverse. I decided to go in and get sister locks because, as you guys can see, I have fine hair, and you can probably see that right now. Sometimes when I was on camera, my hair looked extra fluff, or if I turned a certain way, I'm sure when I wear my bun, you can see right here that my hair was finer. So I have my dad's hair. Let's start there. So I've always had very fine hair. I've always had very curly hair. My hair was really a lot thicker when I was younger. It was very, very thick. So like that's something, you know, something I took for granted back then. As I got older, my hair started getting a little thinner for several reasons. I have an autoimmune disease, so I'm not on a whole lot of medication. I'm able to manage it, but that's such is life. And not to mention just the hair type I have in general, because I have my father's hair. Like, this is some hair like y'all ain't never seen this hair before, okay? Like, this is just the softest, cotton fine. I look, there's some other stuff. Like, y'all think y'all have seen some soft hair before, but this right here, it's on a whole nother level, honey. So, you know, I like to have versatile hair like most women, and, you know, I like to do styles, and I like to have, you know, oh, I see something like, I feel like that will look good on me. It will look good on me, but it doesn't look good on me because of my hair type, or my hair can't handle it. So that was always an issue. So you guys have seen me on this channel with box braids, well, not really box braids, but single-leaf twists before, and I love those, okay? Love them. I feel like some of the most confident times is when I have those single-leaf twists. Not to mention the maintenance is like non-existent. Like, you know, I just style them however I want to style them, whether it be a ponytail, wear them down, and I can just start filming, versus like when I have my natural hair, like I kind of need to wait for it to dry. So that kind of pushes, you know, my filming back, especially if it's a day off, or I need to film like, you know, when I come home from work because my hair is already dry. And I'm really self-conscious about it. It's only a few times where I've come on camera where my hair is wet, and I've kind of made a mention about, you know, my hair being wet and looking like a wet cat. So of course, like, you might think like, oh, this looks a little bit thinner right now, but over time it's going to thicken up. I have faith in it. I have a really positive attitude about this, and I just feel like this is going to be one of the best choices I could have made for myself. However, this is not a choice that I've been grappling with for years. I just kind of made the decision and went and did it. So, you know, I want to wear the single-leaf twists. I love my hair like that, but I can't handle them single-leaf twists like that. Like, I only keep them for like a month and a half. I think the last time I had it, I really pushed it to the max. But I always took it on basically how my hair was looking. Because if I, you know, if it felt heavy on my hair, I had to take it out because I just wouldn't have no hair. Like, it would pull out my edges. And luckily the person who always did my single-leaf twist, like, she understood that. So like, my hair is thin. It's got some kink. It's very fine. It's, I don't know. It's like, it'll puff up and it'll look like I have like a lot of hair. This is just some concealer, Fenty concealer with, I think, a Sigma concealer brush that I'm using. But, you know, it's just, I think I made that brow a little thin. So, you know, it's kind of such as life when you're trying to get your shape together, when, you know, you're in between like brow appointments. But I am going Saturday. We'll see. But sometimes you have to tweak it as your brows start growing out. I really needed options. So one thing I was really thinking about doing was, I don't know if you guys seen this technique. It's called Brazilian knots. And it's like when people, they have hair extensions. It's very similar to micro links, but they're knots. And I was reading like this would be so much better for my hair because I can achieve a lot of styles. Like the hair, the extensions can look very natural and look like my natural hair. But the problem was I could find nobody who do it. The only person I could find to do it, basically on Instagram and even looking like on Style Seat and all these different apps and doing searches in Chicago, which you would think like it would be popping because I live in Chicago, but I don't realize it, like, Chicago really ain't it for hair, like, unless you just find your right person. You know, we're not the hair city like Atlanta or some other places. But like, the girl lived in Baltimore and she used to live in Florida. So okay, that was just not feasible. I was going to Baltimore. It's a pandemic. I'm not going to want to pay for that. The process is expensive, but it did last for like 4 to 6 months. But I was just like, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't even want that type of upkeep because it's not even paying for the hair. It's the fact that I got to get on a plane. I got to stay someplace, transportation. Like, that's just too much. This is the Urban Decay Primer Potion, shade Caffeine. So I started seeing Instagram pictures of all these women with sister locks, you know, when I would go on my feed, especially for my makeup Instagram that's related to this channel. I would see just so many pictures of Sister Locks, and I think it was one page called like Fanta Hair Studio, and they're out of Baltimore too. Like, I'm like, what is with the Baltimore? Like, I live in Chicago. So I keep looking, and I'm looking at all these beautiful women. They have locks. Their locks are bomb. They're popping. I'm like, this could be for me. So I keep looking, and I'm like, okay, well, clearly I need to find some Chicago people. So I look, and I'm going in, and I'm finding people, you know, I'm looking for people who have Sister Locks in Chicago. It took a while. And then I found this one influencer. Her page is like Lock Me Up Sis. And she was in Chicago. I was like, okay, great. So she finally tagged her loctician. And the thing with Sister Locks is a lot different. Just blending this concealer out. So you have traditional locks, you have like branches. That's when you see people who have like a bunch of locks just together in one thing that's called like branches. You'll definitely see that like a lot in South Florida. Like, I went to Florida at A&M University in Tallahassee, Florida. So like, I know a lot of people in Miami have like the branches. Locks are just more popular these days. So the regular locks are more organic, but what makes Sister Locks unique, as you can see right here, because it's still like, I just got it done. It hadn't even been a week yet since it's been completed. You can see it's on a grid system. So you see tiny, very uniform boxes. And my locks are tiny. So I don't know how many locks I have yet. I have not counted. I need to do that. I really do. Because everybody wants to know how many you have. So as you can see, I still have my edges. So I'm like, yes. But it's very uniform. So that's what makes Sister Locks like unique. And you have to go to a certified Sister Lock consultant. So the girl posted hers, and her name is Tanya Harriet Thomas. So she was so sweet. So I found her Instagram, and I was like, oh my gosh, she does a lot of women with kind of like finer, lower density hair. And so I was like, I think this could work for me. So I asked my cousins and everybody, I was like, what do y'all think? What do you think? And my cousin was like, you know, the ones that we run the looks by, like, what y'all think? Give me the honest opinion. Because she's sent some looks by me. I was like, now that's cute, but how's that gonna work in your professional life? She was like, you're right. So I asked her, she was like, I think it will look like your Singlish Twist, just smaller in your hair. I was like, yes, that's the vibe I'm going for. So with Sister Locks, you get just so much versatility. You can do so much with them. You can style them. You can do updo. You can do braid outs. You can do twist outs. I've seen some people, when they get tired of it, they put a wig on. Like, so it's just so versatile. So I'm trying to figure out, I have right here my Sephora, I think this is a Crease Pro number 10. They've kind of changed up the Sephora brushes, so I'm not exactly sure if this even exists anymore, but I'm trying to pick out my shadows. That's what's going on here at the moment while I'm looking down, trying to figure out what I'm going to use, because I did not pre-plan that. Okay, so forgive me, I don't even know what this shade is. It's the one right here. So I'm trying to pull it up. I feel like what happened is, I think it's a shade from one of the color Raine palettes I depotted, maybe the Berrycute, but I don't know. I can't get it up, and it's magnetic, and it has like a little, you know, little spot where you can kind of put your finger and dig the shadow out really quickly, but I think it's some glue on the back and it's just stuck. So I'm just gonna take this shade and I'm gonna run it in my crease. And it's a beautiful peachy brown shade. Ooh, pigmentation. Yes, I gotta use these more often. That's why I was like, I wanna use these today. So, what was I saying? So I reached out to her, and you know, it's COVID, so a lot of people are not really doing clients, but I reached out to her. She had a website, and you know, some time went by, and I was just like, hey, you know, I reached out. And she was like, oh no, I'm sorry I didn't get it, but I'm not taking any new clients at the moment. But as soon as I am, I will let you know, and you can book a consultation. So I did. And in the meantime, I still kept thinking about it. Do I want to do it? And I feel like I really did, because especially since I reached out to her, I was kind of like dead set, like, this is what I want to do. And I figured this out in a matter of a couple months, basically the summer/fall. So she contacts me back in like a month and a half, 2 months later, and it's like, okay, I have consultations available. So So I was able to, that was like 3 weeks ago. So I got my hair installed last week and we finished by Friday. So it was literally like maybe 3 weeks ago she contacted me. I made the consultation for the week before last. And then once I had my consultation, I basically decided to book, and she was able to work me in like next week. So that was great because I was actually thinking I wasn't going to be able to get them installed until January, December. So, so I told you why I wanted to do it, because I just felt like this would just be a new break for my hair and just give me the versatility one, give it thickness. It's not going to be so much manipulation. And that's a lot of women experience that when they go ahead and do the sister locks. All right, so now that I have that shade down, I'm going to go in with this shade. It's called Gumby, and this is a Colored Raine single. And I'm just going to go ahead with a smaller blending brush. I think I'm going to go ahead with my Ingoss number 4 brush. And so I book it, and I was like, I had a few things. I was like, okay, I need to know if I can swim with these. And she was like, yes, you know, in the beginning, you know, you're going to have to be careful because your hair is fine. Your hair is going to have to settle in, meaning like the locks are going to mature. So right now they're thinner, but what's going to happen are my locks are going to mature. And once they start maturing, that's when you'll really start seeing the shape and expansion, and they're going to get a little thicker, and you're going to see how they're really going to look. So right now it's just the beginning stages, so it might look a little sparse in some parts, but honestly it looks better than what I thought it was going to look in the beginning. So, you know, she does a few test locks in my hair, maybe like 5 or 6. Now, so funny because she sent me a text and was like, wash your hair, don't put any oil in it. And apparently she had conditioner in there, and I'm sure she did, but my retarded self didn't see it. Okay, I didn't mean to say retarded. I don't mean to offend anybody if I say retarded, but I guess I don't see it. So honey, I wash my hair, I condition my hair, put leave-in conditioner in my hair, blow dry my hair, because like that's what I do when I go and get my Singlish twist. And I go to the appointment. Now it's not any heat on my hair, so it's still a rough mess because my hair will expand pretty large. So, you know, I felt like that's how she needs to see my hair. I don't know, because it does look thicker when I do blow dry it out to some degree sometimes. So that's what I did. And she does the test locks, and I'm asking her the questions. And mind you, when she starts doing the test locks, I can barely even feel her hands in my hair. So I'm just like, okay, this is great. And she was very nice. And, you know, it was $50 to, you know, do the consultation, which, you know, is reasonable. And you don't want people to just be booking up your time, especially like that, and not going to show up, especially for something as tedious as this. So she was like, this is a lifestyle. And I was like, yes, I'm just going back in with that first shade again. And I was like, yes, I'm totally in agreement. And she was like, I think it will be fine on your hair. And, you know, she was like, I have lots of clients who have fine hair and it's not an issue. And I was like, well, that was one of the reasons why I chose you. And she was also telling me how there is a Facebook group for people who have sister locks with fine hair. And I need to find that group. And she came highly recommended. She's been doing sister locks for like 16 years. So I'm going to go in with this Sonia G. This is a soft shader brush. I'm going to pick up this deeper green shade called Squad. So you guys know how I love my greens and my blues. If you're from my makeup channel normally, I'm going to tap it off. And I'm just going to press this. Look at Color Raine mats, like, baby, it just don't even make no sense how good they are. So, you know, I'm telling her all of my plans, and I was like, I do like to swim. She was like, that's fine. You'll have to do the braid and banding, and you should do that when you work out until your locks mature. You should do that when you go to sleep. And anything, like any activity is basically going to be sweating. So I'll just like insert a picture of what I look like braid and banding. So like me braiding my hair at night to go to sleep, that's not an issue, because I was, even though I always did a wet and go in the morning, I always twisted up my hair. Well, at least I had started twisting up my hair at night. So, okay, I scratched my face and apparently some shadow. Okay, my face is like a gold streak. But, you know, she was telling me that, you know, you should always do twist up your hair and everything like that. And I was like, okay, cool. That's not even like an issue for me. And so She was like, you could swim, that'll be fine, because I was like, that for me was like a deal breaker. If she told me I couldn't swim, I was like, okay. So of course I was very nervous and excited about doing the install. She, you know, I was just like, oh my God, I don't want to look like I have 3 locks. You ever seen them people that, like, you know, a few ladies, like, their hair's thin, they look like they got just like 3 sister locks, you know, because their hair is so fine. Going in the Sonia G Builder Pro, I was just very concerned about that. I'm going to go in with this bright blue shade. It's called Blue Magic. It's actually really, really pretty. And so I was just worried about that. I was like, okay, but I think it's going to be good. So for me, I was like, if worse comes to worse and I don't like it after I've given it some time to settle in and everything, I was like, I'll just cut my hair short. It's no big deal. Like, I've cut my hair short so many times. I've cut it short because, you know, I was trying to grow it out, and then when it gets to a certain point, it starts looking ratty at the ends. I've cut it short because I didn't want to be bothered with hair. I mean, it's just been so many reasons. I've cut it short because I just wanted to cut my hair short. And a lot of times people think, well, I guess because natural hair is just becoming such a thing, like that thing I cut it short because like a big chop type of thing. And I'm like, no, I just wanted to have short, close cut hair, you know? So I've done that just so many times. Going back in Wayne Goss number 4, just gonna, you know, tune this blending up. So I was like, I'll give it a chance. I'm gonna go with the journey. And, you know, if I decide I don't like it, I'll be like, okay, I'll just cut it. So she told me how much it would cost, and she said it was gonna take her 3 days. And I was like, okay. And she said, it's because my hair was so fine and she would have to do like what's called like a brush back. So my hair was $1,000, which I was pretty much prepared to pay because I had watched quite a few YouTube videos on sister locks, and some other women had said the same price. So I have longer hair, and my hair was finer, and it was 3 days. So I was just like, you know, that's fine. I'm not even opposed to the price. She did accept major credit cards. So it wasn't like I had to walk in there with cold hard cash. So, and I felt like I don't usually spend a lot of money on my hair, and I feel like this is a lifestyle. This is a journey. So it doesn't cost me, it cost me $1,000 to put it in my hair for something that lasts a lifetime. And only time I have to go back really is every 4 to 6 weeks for reties, when they start at the root to, you know, touch up whatever's grown in. But the initial install is a lot. 3 days is a lot to sit at one time, but guess what? I'm home free afterwards. So I was just like, in my head, it totally makes sense. So I only got to go back every 4 to 6 weeks. If you're a woman that's getting your hair done every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks, getting sew-ins, braids, all different types of styles, you could just add up all the money you spent, and I'm probably coming out cheaper. So I just felt like that wasn't a bad thing. So she was like, I can work you in, and it was literally like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. one day, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. the next day, and the last day was 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. We didn't break, only for food and bathroom breaks, and our food breaks weren't that long. She had a refrigerator, and I put like a salad in there one day. I had a salad. The salad was bomb, but the dressing killed it. I had got some new salad dressing, and I totally didn't like it. So I was like, I'm over this. And I ordered some Chipotle from Uber Eats. She's located really close to my house, my neighborhood, so in Chicago. So that was good. If you're wondering about COVID, she's in what's called, there is a thing or a chain here called Soleil salons. And what they are, they're independent suites. So it's like a big space, but inside the space, there are independent suites for the stylists. And they are their business versus them going into a big salon and paying booth rent. So a lot of people are doing that. And she said she felt she wanted to do that because of COVID. She said she has a child at home who is immunocompromised. She said she just wanted to be safe. So I felt totally fine. I go to work every day. She wore a mask. I wore a mask the whole entire time. The only time our mask came down was when we ate, and then we put it right back on. Like if I took a sip of my drink, I was looking like this. And I'm so used to that from work. I wear a mask for 8 to 12 hours a day. every day. Like, it's to the point where my ears don't even really bother me anymore. Like, I'm kind of surprised if my ears back here bother me. I'm like, whoa, my ears hurt today. You know, if anything, I'm more hot, but if I wear the surgical mask, I'm not as hot. But I was wearing my K95s and I was totally fine. I am going to dip into my Sydney Grace palette at the moment, and I'm going to take this blue green shade with, what is this called? This is called Comforter, and I think this is from the Sweater Weather collection. So let's see. No, okay, no, I am going to use that shade, but first I'm going to go in with Below Zero because it has a shift, so I think it'll play nice with the blue, so the bright blue, and then we'll go in with the other shade. This Sweater Weather collection is bomb. So still using my Sonia G Builder Pro. So it was fine. She had a big comfy chair. When she did the front, she laid me back. It took her basically like the first day and then part of the half a day to do the front. She laid me back. I took a couple cat naps and we watched The Crown on Netflix. So she had never really seen it before and she went to watch it. I think she was like a couple episodes in of season 1. She was like, have you watched it? I was like, yeah, I saw season 1 and season 2, you know, like when it came out. I said I started season 3, but I didn't finish it. And she was like, oh no. I was like, girl, I'll watch it again. I'm into it. I like the show. So we're watching it and talking about all different types of things. And she was doing my hair. And it's so funny because one of my friends was like, ooh, girl. She said, it's beautiful, but I got arthritis in my hands just thinking about it. So God bless your hands, Tanya, because my locks are tiny. My hair is soft. She was like, yes. She was like, I have lots of clients, but your hair is very soft. The color is really pretty. And now I'm going to go in with the other shade, Comforter. And so that was really my journey. And, you know, so I go back in what's like 2.5 weeks now for a follow-up to make sure that, you know, my locks are doing well and that I'm keeping them up. And that is included in my price. So I don't have to pay for this first visit. And she said, you know, if I don't make it in that time frame, then I would have to pay like $50. And I was like, okay, that's fine. She's going to do a checkup, and then like every 4 to 6 weeks, depending on my hair grows, like we'll do the reties. I think she charges like $50 an hour, and usually a retie will take maybe 1 to 2 hours. So I felt like that's reasonable. I just have like a little starter pack of Sister Lock shampoo, so I can wash my hair every 2 weeks. I have to braid it up and then like wash in here and then rinse my hair out. I don't need any conditioner. She said if my hair itches, I can use apple cider vinegar, which is cool with me. I've used that like several times before when I've had my braids. And I'm just really excited about this journey. I think I'm going to do an inner corner highlight, but I'm going to rock with the liner first. So I have my NYX liner. This is the vinyl liquid liner. I love this liner because on these extremely foiled eyeshadows, some liners, they can start bleeding into the shadow and mix it, and that just doesn't lay well over the liner. So I think I'll pop back on once I finish. So like I said, I come back for the follow-ups, and then, you know, she'll check my hair, and I feel like my hair is just really going to grow and flourish with this style, and I'm just so glad that once I made the decision, I followed through with it, because I do see a lot of videos where people like, they were discouraged from doing it even though they have fine hair, because they have fine hair. And they were like, well, like, I'm really liking how this looks, and I could have been doing this versus listening to somebody else. I also feel like it's kind of a perfect time to do it because we're in the house. Like I said, I live in Chicago. The cases are real here for COVID. And it's going to be cold. So I don't have the luxury of being outside like if you live in a southern state, you know, and go to activities. And we have stricter restrictions in this state. And we're on a home advisory at the moment. So it's like only suggested that you do essential activity. But like, so this is kind of the time, because what a lot of videos I see, when people hit like month 6, that's when their hair really starts to flourish. So I feel like this is going to be so exciting, and you can just take this journey with me. and see what my hair changes. I mean, of course, like, I'm really a makeup channel, but you know, you'll be able to see it. And I hope if you're coming to me from the Sister Lock community, like, you'll enjoy my other content that I have on this channel, and you'll enjoy the updates. So I just feel like I am so ready right now. She said I have to be careful. I mean, of course, because you know, they're not really fragile, but you know, like, they're not settled, they're not mature yet. So when I take them out of the braids, like I showed you guys a picture, like, it's pretty much good, like, because you know, it has a little kink to it, it got a little curl to it, and so I'm pretty much okay. So I've been doing that. I feel I've already seen a difference compared to, you know, day one of being finished with my locks. And we're not even, Friday will be a week. So I think this video will probably go up like, well, it'll probably go up Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, you know, something you can do after you're chilling or before you go to dinner if you don't have to cook. Like, I don't have to cook this year. My mother's gonna cook. Usually I do, like, my contribution is like mustard fried catfish, which results to me being a short order cook in my kitchen. Which is cool, but oh child, it'd be a lot to fry that catfish, because usually it's like 30 of us for dinner, and it ain't gonna happen. But I just feel like this is going to be so amazing. I'm really happy about it. Like, if you know, if you don't have a positive attitude about it, it's not going to be that great. But, you know, I just really excited that I did decide to do this. And we shall see what my hair looks like. Loctician, she's very excited to see, you know, how much my locks are going to expand and how much they're going to thicken up, because my hair is finer. So, you know, also a plus, like, I have to box up all those hair utensils and stuff in the drawers. Like, I got rollers from the old school things. That was the Rare Beauty primer. This is the Rare Beauty foundation. I got all these rollers and look, it's literally, my shower isn't super cluttered, but on the little, you know, caddy thing, there are 5 conditioners, okay? They can all go bye-bye. So there is no need for it. So excited. Like, look, the space is going to be cleared up. Even in my, like, so I have a drawer. I travel a lot and I take a lot of weekend trips and stuff like that. So I have a pretty healthy, this is just a cosmetics brush for Ulta foundation. And, so I have a pretty large, like, you know, travel section or travel toiletry drawer. So, like, even those bottles of my Garnier Fructis conditioner that I have, they can go bye-bye. Like, you've been wonderful. I probably put too much foundation on. I did, because I'm just slapping it on. Because this one is great. It'll layer up well, but I'm definitely gonna have to set it. You know, be fine. But just always tell when I put just a tiny bit too much on. So I'm just, look, I had gotten to the point a few months ago that I was like, I'm not buying any more shampoo. I'm not trying anything else until I use what I have up. And I'm not a product junkie, because I couldn't be. My hair was so fine. Like, I feel like I was natural by default, because I just didn't have, like, I couldn't do all those things with my hair. This is 420 neutral. This is the concealer, but just to kind of brighten here. I don't put a lot of concealer on. You know, I couldn't use everything. A lot of things were not very suited for my hair. It would make my hair look sticky. It would weigh it down. It just had my curl pattern looking crazy. So, believe it or not, I just used the Black Pro Style gel, the brown gel. That was my go-to gel in my hair. My hair was not very hard, unless I just put way too much in, but I had it down to a science, so it was not a thing. Like, believe it or not, that was my gel that I would use for my hair. Curl refreshers, not my thing. did not look good in my hair. So, but I have enough products. I have, like I said, rollers from when my hair, when I did feel comfortable wearing my hair, blow dried out when it was thicker. Now it gotten to the point where it was like, what's the point? So I'm just really excited. Like, let me tell you, the last couple of days, I just undid my hair and I went to work and I was able to spend more time on my makeup, which I like to do. So this is a ColourPop kind of fan brush, F13. I really like this brush for like pressing powder in the face. Pat McGrath under eye setting powder. I do like to use this all over my face. And it will set this foundation. And this is the deep shade. But so happy, so excited to just take this journey. Yeah, so I mean, as far as styling, you can do so many different, like I say, you can braid them, you can bund them, you can do braid outs, you can do twist outs, you can do flexi rods. I mean, it's like the options are limitless, especially, I mean, it's going to be like being a loose natural, but you have locks, or like if you have braids and you style them. So I'm just really excited about that. For bronzer, I'm taking my Gucci bronzer, shade 1004 with my Rephr P22. So this is going to be something new. And like I said, I'm really just pretty ecstatic about it. So let me know what you think. Have you ever just done any major hair changes in your life before? Got disenchanted with your hair? I mean, for me, like, you know, I wasn't really confident about my hair, so I needed to do something. I needed to fix it. And I just felt like this is a good way for me to fix it. Like, I found it, and this is just like, for blush, I'm going to use this Microsmooth blush by Sephora. This is Rose Emotion. I use this all the time. This blush will not end. Oh my God. Like, I have been using it. I use this probably like 4 times a week, maybe 5, some days 7, sometimes 7. It won't go anywhere. Like, that's a good thing and a bad thing. I'm like, will it ever end? Will I ever hit a piece of pan? like see a little dent in it? But I think it's actually a really pretty blush. All right, so we need a highlight. This is the Jouer Tan Lines highlighter. I really love this highlighter, and it actually has a little dip in it, so you can see I've been using it. And just gonna go in with this brush. It's like the other brush I just used for my my blush. It's a Christian Siriano brush, honestly. Like, I had 2 of my technicians at work, they gave me this set for me for Christmas, and I was really appreciative. But you know, when you have a certain makeup preference, you're like, ooh. But they were really sweet, and I knew they were doing that for goodness of heart, and they knew I love makeup. So I tried them out, and I was like, some of these brushes are really not bad. And this brush right here, it works with like a lot of highlighters. Those highlighters that have harder formulas to pick up. For eyeliner, I'm going to take my Blitz Blue Liner by, why am I shaking it? I'm going to take my Blitz Blue Liner. So I'm trying to think of anything else I did not tell you. I think I covered majority of the bases. You know, as far as I know right now, my hair has not itched. You know, every once in a while I'll get a little, like, ooh, little itch, but it's been okay. You know, I kind of know the difference when my hair itches due to, like, being dirty and product buildup, but I won't have any product buildup on my hair and on my scalp. So that's why I think a lot of reasons, like, it just really allows your hair to grow, because a lot of, they stop manipulating your hair, and you know, it's just taking free range. But then I also know the difference, like when I have like the growing itch, like it'll itch differently when I know it's growing. So I'm interested to see. I feel like, I don't know, like I feel like it's gonna grow fast. I feel like it might not, it'll pick up. But I kind of did notice, like in the last couple of weeks, that kind of noticed within the last couple of weeks or so that, you know, you have growing spells for your hair and stuff like that. So I feel like I wasn't really in one, because I was just looking at my nails and I was able to go longer without getting them touched up. And I was like, I hardly have no, you know, no space. Well, I just got them redone. But so I'm gonna drop back in with my Sydney Grace shadows. think I'm gonna take this lime green and do it as an inner corner. This is the shade called Celebrate right here. Very beautiful shade, and I think I'm gonna use that as like an inner corner situation. I'm liking how this look is coming together. But like I said, I can wash my hair. So that is like a big misconception I would probably think with locks, because even I had some of that as a misconception, like, could you wash your hair? Are you gonna be able to do that? So that is what I'm working with, guys. And like I said, I'm super excited. All right, I'm gonna pop some lashes on and I'll be right back with some earrings and we'll figure out. I'm back and did my lashes. And when I applied my mascara, I proceeded to stab myself in the eye right here. So my eye looks a little red or funny, that's why. And for the lip, I'm gonna go ahead with the Chestnut Lip Liner. And I think I'm gonna take this Comfort Matte by Urban Decay 1993. And we might put a little gloss over it. Let's see. So I'm just gonna line the lips real quick. All right, I got my lips lined. I do have a little lip balm on. So this lipstick, it might look not a little as matte, but look, I need that lip balm. COVID is tearing my lips up with wearing that mask. Go on some gloss. All right, so I pulled out this lip glass. When is the last time I pulled out a MAC Dazzle glass? This is a Viva Glass shade with Ariana Grande. So just gonna apply this real quick. You can take anything like Opal from MAC, anything like this. All right, so this is the final look. I hope you guys like how it came out. I'm digging my hair. This is all I'm doing to it right now until it starts to mature a little bit more, and then you'll see me come through with the styles and everything. So I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you were thinking about getting sister locks, this like really encouraged you to just take that plunge. I hope you consider staying around for my other content, which is beauty focused. And if you are here because you're a part of my regular community, thank you, and we're going to take this journey together. So I will link all my makeup products down below in the description box. You guys know I will tell you what shades I use from Color Raine, and I'll try to figure out whatever that first shade was. But I know it's definitely a Color Raine shadow by that pigmentation for sure. But I just thank you for just listening to what I had to say about my hair and my struggles in this new journey, and I really appreciate it. So if you are new to my channel and you don't know, because you're usually a part of the Sister Lock community, we do a mean chair dance at the end of the video. So please comment down below, give this video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel, because you know I would love to have you here in my little makeup family. And with that being said, it is time for the chair dance. So the chair dance started when I completed my very first YouTube video. It started off as the we did it, I did it, I did it. And I love to dance in real, I love to dance, okay? So we do a mean chair dance. So chair dance, ay, 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 chair dance, chair dance, chair dance, chair dance, chair dance. All right, y'all. So I will see you guys later in another video very, very soon. Bye.